This episode is brought to you by Laguna Motors. We make car buying easy. Why waste time with Craigslist clowns and sled lots with trailer offices? Buy with ease. Buy with confidence. Come down to beautiful South Orange County and buy from Laguna Motors. Follow us at Laguna Motors and visit us at lagunamotorsoc.com.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me!
Listen!
Is our Buddy Mobile still available?
I don't know. I think it might be in a garage somewhere getting detailed. Last I knew. Which means like fucking white glove treatment for something that looks like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I like it in black though. It seems classy.
Definitely. Definitely. It's like very James Bondy.
Black with white walls. We're talking about the 57 Beck, I believe.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. So yeah, if you're listening to this on Twitch, you should totally get us that whip.
Yeah. That's what our goal is going to be. Can we open an account just so we can buy that car? How stupid would we be?
It probably doesn't even run on gas. Like they're like, all right, put your feet through the floorboard and pedal.
Yeah. You got to shovel coal in every 15 minutes or so.
You got to get out and crank the front.
Yeah. Chitty, bang, bang.
But you still have white walls.
What?
On the tires, white walls.
Oh.
Those look dope.
Yeah, those do look dope. What happened to that, dude? Why don't we do that anymore?
Because tires got smaller. You could paint walls when there was still a wall of the tire, but now it's rubber around your fucking 98-inch rim because that's necessary. And sometimes it spins.
I mean, they knew what they were doing.
Spinning rims are still cool. When I see it, I'm still like, that's dope.
It's eye-catching.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh. But if it's on a shitty car, you're like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Your Toyota Corolla doesn't need spinning hubcaps.
Dude, I have seen a plethora of absolutely stupid spoilers lately. Dude, I saw one, I swear to God, it looked like it was broken off of like a toy, like a Tonka race car, and put on the back of this. I kid you not.
That's funny. That's an ironic spoiler.
It was 4 inches long. I'm not exaggerating, dude. It was
mad
tiny,
downforce, bro. Mad downforce.
and like 2 inches tall. Like it was so small, and I was right behind this person. I was just like,
what was it on?
I don't remember.
You're like a
Not
pickup truck.
Not some no, no. It was like a small like Mitsubishi like Lancer or something like that.
That's funny. That dude's probably funny.
I don't think.
You don't think so?
I feel like somebody played a joke on him. Yeah,
He was like, well, I'm not going to ruin the paint and peel it off.
Right.
It's a little funny.
It's so stupid. And then I saw another one, similar kind of car, and like keep in mind, neither of these cars were like nice, like well kept. And this other car had one that was just way too big. It had 2 bars coming up from the bottom of the car, on the very back. And then the spoiler was like at least a foot over the roof. And like it was just massive, dude. And it was just
Where did you see this?
In Riverside.
Oh, that was a dumb question. Sorry.
I think I was in Riverside.
I remember when I was a kid, like right before Fast and the Furious came out, I was like joking around with someone. I was like, yo, I bet trucks are going to get spoilers now. And I was being stupid. And I see plenty of trucks with spoilers now. You don't need downforce on your pickup truck, guys. The downforce should be coming from what's inside of the bed of the truck. If you're not using your truck, don't buy a truck.
You know what you never saw in Michigan? Trucks with spoilers. You know what you always saw in Michigan? Trucks with bags of salt in the back of their truck.
Is there salt mines in Michigan?
No, we do like water softener.
Okay.
Like water softener, so bags of salt, and you just put it on your wheels, especially during the winter. And then if you get stuck, you have salt that you can use to get out.
That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
Yeah, well, I grew up on an island close to the equator.
Yep. No need for...
No. Everything's salty because that's the flavor we like.
Thank you for pointing out your privilege, George. That's nice.
You're welcome. It's weird that, like, being from Hawaii, everyone's like, must be nice. It's like, I didn't fucking, like, choose. I wasn't in this fucking sperm cell, like, I want that one. Like,
Yeah.
that just happened
Also,
to be where I popped out.
It's not like you were just at the beach every day, all day. It's not like you didn't have to go to school and
Yeah.
work and shit.
Yeah, I definitely took it for granted because it legit, like, I grew up in a small, poor town in the middle of the island. Literally, like, in the middle of the island. And it was a half an hour in all directions to any beach you want. To, like, some of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
What's the point? God, that sucks, dude.
But no, it wasn't bad because you could just hop on the bus. It's an hour bus
Is it,
ride
like,
and go
the
to
cheapest place to live.
It used to be. I mean, living in Hawaii now is expensive in general.
Yeah.
But it's not an affluent town, I would say. We do have a private school, maybe a few, but it's like it's a town that, like, the main road is churches. There's like 67 churches over.
What?
It's like maybe a 8-mile strip of road, maybe 10. I might be exaggerating or undershooting it. And there's like it was in the Guinness Book of Records some year for the most churches on a single street.
That's ridiculous.
So there's a lot of, like, church money circulating in the town, but it's not a rich town.
Interesting.
It's odd.
It just seems like as far away from every beach as you can get. Like every
Kind of, but it's in the mountains, and so it rains. It's cool. It doesn't get too hot. There's some mosquitoes and stuff, but it's imagine like it's a plantation village basically that just kind of spread out further. So it is small town feeling. Everyone kind of knows everyone.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hated that growing up.
I didn't. It was cool because, like, you'd feel like you were seeing a celebrity, like if you saw your teacher out, because, like, your teacher knew everyone because your teacher taught everyone. So it was like, oh, everyone fucking knows Mr. Tokuda. That's crazy.
That was my dad.
Really?
Yeah, my dad knew, like, so many people because he taught at the school for 35 long years.
That makes sense.
And he was a baseball coach. So I was like, he had students that would, like, grow up, stick around, have kids, and then he would teach their kids too. Like, it's just like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Everyone would be like, oh, you're so-and-so's brother, or so-and-so's your sibling. And
Yeah.
like, I have a stepbrother who's just basically my brother, but it would be the same thing with both of us. Like, oh, you're George's brother, or you're Brandon's brother. It's like, yep.
That's annoying. Can't you just be you? The fuck?
But it was also strange because it was a military town. Like, that town only had one high school. There was a few elementary schools in terms of size and population, but it only had one high school. And the military middle school fed into that high school as well. So you would always get fresh faces because, kids were moving, coming back. And so it was very weird, like, small town, but not. Like, everyone knows each other, but not everybody knows each other.
Interesting.
Good
That's
mix.
weird. Yeah.
I think it gave me a good, like, even perspective about, like, people and race and like a better understanding. Plus, like, I could see space. That's definitely
important. That's the best part.
Space is, like, tangibly intangible.
Whoa, dude.
Bro. I'm going to put it on a bumper sticker.
Bro. I'm going to make that a meme.
A meme?
Yeah, a meme.
A meme.
Yeah.
What are we talking
What
about today?
a great segue into our episode topic today. We are talking about platformer games.
And the show. I need a full William Henderson overview of this game you spent an undisclosed amount of money for.
And I haven't played it that much yet because I'm a busy guy. I got places to be. I have priorities, unfortunately.
Quit all of those.
I should. I absolutely should. You're 100%
It is a research day.
Yeah, I agree. I think I need to just take some time off. I need a vacation to just do nothing, not go anywhere. I just don't want to do.
No,
shit.
because then you're not going to hit a mic and you're going to feel lazy.
I'll do that 'cause that's right down the street. I just don't want to work.
Yeah, you drive a lot too. So
Yeah.
do you ever like come up with is like your car your Michael Jackson tree where you're like, this is just where I write my jokes, like.
I mean, it's just like wherever it comes to me.
No.
I'm one of those guys where like I don't like sit down and write mostly unless I have something I want to work out. I don't write to come up with new stuff, like completely new material. I don't sit down and go, I'm gonna write a new joke right now. I expand off other material, but if I like think of something during the day, I'll just jot that down and then I'll write about it later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Do you think it's hard to like, maybe not hard, but it's like that's not the function to sit down and write a joke. Like you sit down with the intent of writing new material. I feel like that's something you can do when you're writing a book, you know?
Yeah.
Like you have a structure and you're like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write this out.
Or if you have something specific you want to write jokes about, like if you're like,
Oh, maybe.
if you're like, okay, I need to write roast jokes or for this situation, or I need to like, I'm writing for this show, I need to come up with jokes for these video clips, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Creating is hard to give a schedule. Like,
Yeah.
you're trying to like bottle lightning and you
Yeah.
can't, you got to wait for it to strike. And you're like, all right, there it is. And then,
Yeah. I think like writing out stuff you already have will trigger ideas.
at least tags.
Yeah, and then you might come up with like just a different idea in general that you could just do a separate bit about. You know, you never know where things are gonna go. So
Stupid comedy taking up your
Stupid
life.
fucking comedy.
I just want to know. So you said you spent 6 hours on the show?
probably roughly that.
Mm.
I've played I think 3 online games, 2 and 1. No big deal. Both those people quit like 4 innings in because I was kicking their ass. Yeah. I haven't played Road to the Show that much. I've only done a little bit of that. I like the RPG thing. Like, pick a personality. You have to, like, you know, like, leveling up each personality will get you different traits, different abilities, and all that shit. It's smooth. Looks great. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's fun. I like
But is it
baseball.
an accessible game, or is it a baseball fans only kind of like?
Well, I mean, I play on because when you first start, they give you the option to play on beginner or experienced. So I play on experienced. So I don't really know what the beginner stuff is like, which I should probably play on because I'm really not that good, realistically. The only reason I'm good is because I have an understanding of baseball, a pretty deep understanding of baseball, and that I think that gives me an edge over a lot of people.
I could see that. Yeah. It's hard to, unless you're kind of at a game and you get to actually see those traits. It's hard to watch baseball on TV from such a distant level and be like, oh, this is what's going on. You don't see the minutiae of baseball unless you're on field, and that I didn't know until like 48 hours ago.
Yeah, you went to a game.
I did go to a game.
I'm very jealous.
It was
You
cool.
went this
It was
early
cool.
in the year. I'm so happy for you.
I called it research. No, but it is cool that like baseball. I feel like there is a specific way to observe baseball, and it is
In a seat
in a seat,
with
not
a
yelling
beer?
at people.
with a beer and a hot dog.
Dodger dog.
Sure.
No, I don't. Unless you're low. Like my first game was at Dodger Stadium, and I wasn't field level. I wasn't connected to the game at all. I wasn't aware.
Especially Dodgers. Like Dodgers tickets are going to be so expensive.
Yeah.
To get like lower level, so it's just like
Yeah,
it's barely worth
that's
it.
cage side. I would imagine is the best seat when you want to
Yeah.
watch any sort of endeavor.
For sure. 100%, dude. You think like if I had any choice in the stadium, I'm sitting right behind home plate. Absolutely, every single time, no doubt.
Yeah, there was a photographer kid that missed a few plays, and you could just see it in his face. Like he was like, "No, I should have been paying attention," but he was like busy, out and about. It was like you should always be ground level if you want to see the good shit. That's where to go. And so, all right, I want to borrow it because I'm interested.
Oh, okay.
Not soon, though. Maybe.
Maybe we
Next
should get
month.
a GameFly subscription.
I feel like you keep trying to sell me this on the podcast.
We're
Like,
gonna
no,
have to
dude,
pay- We're
GameFly.
gonna have to pay each other $6. We're each gonna have to pay $6.
Do we get it sent to a P.O. box?
No, we'll just send it to one of us.
Oh, boo.
Oh, George, they didn't come this month. I don't know. You still owe me that $6 though, dude.
Yeah, we haven't gotten games for 6 months. You owe me $40 still.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to borrow your game.
Okay.
But the show
Not a platformer.
is not a platformer. How would you describe a platform game? What are the inherent traits of said platform genre? What makes it a platformer?
It's got platforms.
You can't use the word in the description.
It's got. I mean,
Well, okay, what's a good example? When you think platformer.
Mario. Mario's the OG. I mean, that's obviously the.
Yeah, everyone
first.
agrees. Yeah, I would agree.
Is that the first one though?
No, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, yay! George has notes.
Space Panic.
What
is what
fucking
a lot
wagnalls is that?
Yeah, exactly. Is what a lot of people would consider the first platformer game. Because platform games, they have the inherent the basic motion of the game is a jump button.
Right.
A jump and a direction, and it depends on the space as to what level changes there are, what kind of quote-unquote platforms are in existence on said level, and then how the character interacts with that level. Up until this point include climbing, grappling, double jumping. The double jump, I feel like, became standard pretty early, too.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't do that in the first Mario, right? There was no double jump.
No.
It was more like sensitive to how long you held it,
Yeah.
right?
Right, and if you were running or walking.
Dude,
Yeah.
there were like some, like, I don't know, I can't remember any of these games specifically, but there were some games where it's like, if you hit the jump button, it's like, this is how far you're jumping. This is how high you're going. It's like, it didn't matter how long you held
like,
it. It's doing.
I want to say Contra was like that, or Metal Slug. Metal Slug
Dude,
on the arcade game.
I was thinking about Metal Slug this morning before I came over
game's
here.
dope.
It was so fun, man.
If there's a Metal Slug arcade anywhere, you're going to get whatever you're charging me for a game. I'm going to go play it.
I want somebody to remake Metal Slug. Do it side-scrolling, but like new graphics. That would be so dope, dude.
Online Metal Slug would be dope as fuck. Where it's like you're just jumping up levels up and down, and
That'd be fun. Yeah,
be
left and right.
Metal Slug was great. But then Space Panic came out in 1980 with
What platform?
I didn't write that down. No one knows what Space Panic is. That was the point. It's
Atari?
It was probably Commodore 64.
Yeah.
But then Donkey Kong was 81. Donkey Kong is what spawned Mario.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong was the
Mario was the hero in Donkey Kong, right?
Yeah. Donkey Kong.
How racist is that game?
Who's the good guy? The employed white man.
The white Italian plumber. Yeah, of course.
Who's the bad guy? A big monkey.
Wait, you mean like ooh ah ah? Yeah. Yep, that's what we meant. That's absolutely right.
In fact, not only is he a bad guy, he's going to have a bunch of kids, also bad guys. They're just fucked up because look at their dad. How could they not be?
Oh, man.
But Donkey Kong came out in 81. So Donkey Kong was the Half-Life engine for like Counter-Strike, basically. Counter-Strike and Half-Life. So Mario didn't come out till 85.
We forgot to mention that Donkey Kong also stole Mario's white girl. That's the premise of that game, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Princess?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right. I don't know if it was Peach or Daisy, though, but one of them.
Oh, that's where Daisy comes from?
Possibly.
Oh, interesting. I always wondered when I played Mario Tennis, like, who's this bitch? Like, I don't know.
Is this the girl you had a crush on? Yeah. You went to high school with her or something? You became a plumber. She became a princess. Should have went to those classes. Should have made more than a C+, huh?
Should have went to those princess classes, bitch. That's so funny. Yeah. Anyway.
And she has no idea who your brother is. Never seen you guys in the same room together.
Mm-hmm.
Mario, didn't come out till 1985. I played a lot of the original Mario.
How come Mario was like such a big deal?
simplicity, design. You know, again, it almost it does embody the platformer. You have a jump button, you have power ups and platforms and level changes, and it's 2 dimensions. So it was easy to play, I think, and that's what we've talked about before. Is like if your entry level of accessibility can be low and everyone can play it, it's gonna be a hit.
Right.
It was easy to have fun. Everyone and their grandma has played the first 2 levels of Super Mario.
It's so true.
You can play it in your head.
Dude,
you know all the sounds. Like
the fact that like that had that like left to right scrolling screen of like you gotta go.
Yeah,
It was that's weird.
And then when you move, you're like, you want to go back? Too bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We deleted that off the RAM.
We can only show you this many pixels at a time.
And we can only prepare so many. So
yeah. Those cartridges, the NES cartridges, are battery powered. And most cartridges
I think we
are
talked about
battery
this.
powered.
Yeah. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, like when people will flip games, what they have to do is they have to open up the game, unsolder the battery, and put in a new one.
Damn.
Yeah, so
That
like
seems dangerous.
it is, but only the real people that want to play those games that like people are buying, like will do it, and so there's a market for it. My cousin does something like that. He runs like an eBay thing, and he, I assume he's replacing the battery. But
He's just selling dead games.
Yeah, maybe he's just wiping it off with a Lysol wipe and selling it on eBay. I don't know.
If he is, good for him.
Yeah. And then after Super Mario became the, in my opinion, unrealistically difficult game of Mega Man. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, Mario's difficult. Like when you got to those later stages, it was like, what the fuck
but you
is
got
going
an
on?
opportunity to get to the later stages.
Yeah,
a lot
true.
of times in Mega Man's, like I'd get to the first boss and it's like he's shooting 9 lasers at me. What am I?
Yeah, how am I supposed to?
This dumb fuck with a smiley face and no hand can't beat this thing. It's upsetting. I played a lot of Mega Man and I never beat a single one.
There's a new one that just came out.
Yeah, the newer games are more fun. I think they have like an RPG element as well.
There was something about like older games where it was like, we don't want you to figure this out. Mm-hmm. Like we wanted to make it really hard.
Yeah, and they even put it on the game sometimes. They're like, need help? Call this number.
Real like,
$1.29 a minute.
What?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's not like technical support. Like I can't
No.
figure out.
No,
like,
there was it was like having trouble with the game, not a call help. I
No
believe it was,
way.
Yes.
that is so funny, dude.
Because I mean, what kind of trouble with the game could you possibly be having?
If you're at that screen, I can't figure out how to get past the start screen.
Did you turn it on and off again?
That is true.
Yeah. Mega Man came out in '87, but also was the first implementation of a level select. Like up until that point, you had to Mario style it. You know, you had to go
Start at the beginning.
Yeah, you had to do the first 2, go past the bricks, go around, find the stupid pipe around the corner that takes you to level 5.
Do you think anybody has actually just played every single level straight through?
I hope not. I hope not.
Speed run not using the
I'm
tubes.
sure there is. There's like a, well, I guess they would call it the true speed run. You have to go through every level, right?
Yeah.
And see how fast. I'm sure that's where all the fun ones were. Like you get to swim and you get the squirrel suit or something.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Super Mario 3, right? Was a squirrel suit?
Was 3? I get them all mixed up. I don't know. Which one was 3? 3 was where you got to
suit.
where you got to pick the level. Like you got to scroll through it first, right? Like it was,
was
a
like a
world
map.
that you were unlocking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I do remember 3. 3 was good.
2 was the one with like the battle mode. Like Mario, Luigi, you could like fight each other.
I don't know if I've ever played 2.
Really?
Super Mario 2? What the fuck is that bullshit that doesn't exist? No way. This is some Berenstein Bears thing. Like, only you remember it.
Let me find
Because I played 3, and then I played... I think we keep misspeaking. I played... Because Super Mario came out on the NES, whereas the other one was Mario Brothers, correct? The Super Mario Brothers.
What?
And then the Super NES version came out. Oh my god, I do remember that one actually, where you could, you had maybe Yoshi could eat shit.
What? No, that was Super.
See, they're all blended together. I don't know. I played Yoshi Safari.
No, I'm
okay, I have a
confused. Because
very
Super Mario
skewed.
World.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It goes Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3,
Which is still on the NES, right?
Super Mario World. Yeah, Super
And
Mario
World
World
came
is
out on Super NES.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
We figured it out,
I
man.
played a lot of Super Mario World.
Yes, same.
That was the shit.
We definitely played the older ones too, but yeah, we definitely played that one the most.
Yeah. That one. Could you fly before that?
Yeah, the squirrel suit. That
Right.
was, I mean, that was about the extent of it.
Yeah, and it was a feather in Super Mario World.
Yeah. Yeah, the cape.
Yeah, and then you would bomb.
And you could fly as as Yoshi.
Yeah, that's right. If you got
With
Yoshi
Yoshi.
to eat the egg.
And you get the multicolored Yoshis. Did you
Yeah.
get that part? Yeah.
Star World. That was
Yeah,
dope.
dude.
That was dope. That one had a lot of
Extra
Easter
shit.
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
Like if you really wanted to finish it, it was closer to like what they did with Super Mario 64. It was kind of that, but just 2D,
yeah.
you know?
They just were like, hey, don't you wish you were looking over his shoulder when you played Super Mario World? You're like, yup.
When you think about it, Super Mario 64 was realistically like an open world game. Just it was a small world,
That's true. Yeah.
but it was, I mean,
Woohoo! That's
Yeah.
that's where that came from.
yep.
But it's a me, Mario.
You're right. Yeah, a lot of that
Woohoo!
that all came from that one, huh?
Yeah.
They weren't doing that before.
Mm-mm. You couldn't. Like everything was 8-bit
8-bit,
sound.
yeah.
16. I think Super Nintendo was 16-bit, right?
Yeah, must have been.
Yeah, and then so I guess the 80s were the year of platform games because Bionic Command also introduced the first grapple hook, and that was 87 as well. So I mean, could you imagine? Just imagine most of your platform games with no grapple hook. Like there's a grapple hook in Astrobot.
Truth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like grapple options in Assassin's Creed. There's
Your Batman games, like
Yeah.
Spider-Man, even.
yeah, that's
You
a grapple.
essentially- Yeah.
Yeah, I like that in the Spider-Man game on PlayStation. There was a point where there's like, no, there's nothing for your webs. Like you
Yep.
can't go past this point.
Yep. I just wanted to fly above Central Park, and they're like, I don't think so, dude.
You got to go through it,
Yep.
which was dope.
Yeah.
Going through Central Park.
At first, I was like, man, this is gonna fucking suck. And then I get down there, I was like, okay, this is dope.
Yeah.
I like this. Now I like to fly or swing as close to like the ground as I can.
Yeah, you got bonuses for that shit too, or something, right?
I think so.
Did you take any pictures while you were playing? Like
Just-
while you were swinging through the traffic?
Just of the landmarks.
Oh no, do like pause it right as you're swinging through traffic, and then take a selfie. It's cool.
Oh,
It's super
okay.
dope.
Oh, yeah, because you can just pause it and do. Oh, all right, word. I haven't played in a while.
There's
so-
some like there was some pictures I took. I'm like, all right, I'm sending that. That's gonna be a wallpaper for something.
Mm.
It's dope
Yeah.
because Superman looks beautiful.
Do you share stuff on your Facebook from your PlayStation?
No, why would you?
That's what I think too.
Like if I only want you to know if you're on PlayStation. If you're on PlayStation, you have my PSN. So
Can you just share it to your PlayStation like feed thing?
I have no idea.
You know
I'm
what
sure
I
it
mean?
does. Yeah,
That's what we need.
SharePlay maybe or something.
But like you know how you like when you turn on your PlayStation, it'll just show you like everybody's recent achievements.
Mhm.
You ever seen that?
I turn most of that shit off.
I want to put it on there. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're annoying. You're no fun.
Well, I had like a few friends that were just constantly playing, so it'd be constant updates of games that I don't have, and I'm like, I don't. All right, move.
Mm.
So I just reorganized everything. It's still there, just less apparent.
I don't want to see your achievements.
Yeah, I don't need to know that you beat the game already.
Yeah, that's true.
I do, but then
I hate it when it says like hidden trophy, and you're like, "Fuck,
yeah.
what is it? What does he know that I don't know? God damn it!"
I don't think I got a single hidden trophy in Spider-Man,
I don't
which is
know.
bad because I did 100% the game, so
Yeah.
I'm missing stuff. Whatever.
Anyway,
I was gonna bring it up to the '90s. Sonic the Hedgehog was a different kind of platformer. It wasn't. It was more speed. Just loops.
Yeah,
and
dude.
the way
That's true.
the way you interacted with that world.
I was gonna say like, how's that different from Mario? But that is definitely different
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, you're just rolling, speeding. That speed thing was cool. I know
Yeah.
it didn't work, but I would like over push to try and overcharge the
Dude,
thing.
the age I was when I was playing that game, I was just like, let's just go all the time. Like, let's see how long I can go without not running.
It reminded me of those Hot Wheels tracks where you put the car in like the rubber band loader, and then you just fire it off and see how many loops he'll go before he hits something.
Yeah.
That's what that need was filling. It was great.
Yeah, Sonic was cool. And they'll remake some, like, especially like the mobile ones. They'll do like they're not endless running ones because they usually have levels in the Sonic one. But it's like, swipe, you have the lanes that you have to go down.
Yeah.
You have to choose which one. That's like the modern platformer, is like either like the endless running, like Temple Run type shit.
Temple Run's fun.
Remember Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
I'd consider that a platformer.
I guess so. You're just constantly jumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But like those are like the modern style of platformer. I mean, I guess Astrobot is realistically the most modern thing.
Yeah,
gotta get-
Astrobot's sick.
I gotta
It's
get coffee.
so good.
Keep talking.
Yeah, that's fine. If you guys haven't played Astrobot, I highly recommend it. In fact, I recommend the VR system as a whole. It was an impulse buy on my part that I don't even regret because it's amazing. You think you understand the virtual world, and you're wrong. If you haven't played it, you're wrong. I can tell you that much. Astrobot is a platformer where you control a character like a Crash Bandicoot style character through a virtual world. So sometimes you have to like look around an obstacle as you're playing like a god robot thing almost that's observing this character, and you have to look around obstacles to navigate the map. And there's a challenge where you have to look around in part of the world where you wouldn't, because it's not part of the play area, but there's a chameleon that hides out sometimes and is like a different color than what it's standing on, and if you find it, it's part of one of the objectives in the levels.
Secret world.
Yeah,
Dude, that game is definitely took platformer to the next level.
it did. Yeah, but it also just stuck to the foundation of platformer. It just added a virtual dimension to it, which is dope. Like, when I played Astrobot is how I kind of felt like when I played Mario 64 for the first time. Be like, oh, I thought I understood the world. This is better.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I want a Crash Bandicoot like that now.
It's like they took an old idea and made it fucking new.
Yeah,
It's weird.
I agree.
It was weird, but they did a great job with it. Yeah,
So good.
Great game.
Perfect, almost. The only thing that makes it not perfect is the slingshot thing, I think, is not accurate. There was one time where I got it and I missed the last ring. And I was like, how do you miss the last one? It's moving the least. So, 4.5 out of 5. Astrobot.
4.8.
You fucking assholes.
If it wasn't for that one fucking ring.
Yeah. Did you play any big platformers like on PlayStation or anything, or N64? I feel like N64 also had Earthworm Jim, right? Or was that
Never
PlayStation?
played that. I played Sega Genesis had what was it? Toe Jam and Earl.
Oh wow!
Yeah, dude. I think that was on Super Nintendo too.
Wow.
Or they had a version of it or something. But yeah, we played
Deep
that.
cuts.
Yep. Dude, our local grocery store used to rent games. So you could
I used to go to Blockbuster to get games.
I was in a small town. We didn't have Blockbuster. We just had like the local grocery store would just like rent videos and
That's actually how
games.
I learned how to drive my car. Is like when I was supposed to be having like my mom sitting in the passenger seat at all times. I'd be like, "Hey, can we go drop off this game because it's gonna be late?" And
like,
she's
"You
like,
go.
Take the keys." Like, all right. So I kind of grew up in a small town too.
Yeah,
like
nice.
that was an option.
Yeah.
So I might have, the hours that you're supposed to hit for driver's ed, I might have just hit that yesterday, is what I'm saying. Like, there's no way I made the prereqs.
That's funny. I definitely did.
Did you play Crash Bandicoot at all?
A little bit.
Just a little?
Yeah, I played Banjo Kazooie.
Oh, that was 64, right?
Yep.
That was with like, what else came out with Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, I never
and
played that one. My parents would never
it was
let me
rated
play
M,
that shit.
sir. Of
Yep.
course you didn't.
I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like,
What do you mean I can't
in
play it?
I was like, does that squirrel have boobs?
Yeah.
Like,
Meanwhile,
what
we're
is
picking
going
up
on?
hookers in Grand Theft Auto. They had no idea how far it was going to go.
Fucking them and then killing them and taking your money back.
Yeah, and then realizing, like, you're still missing $2. Where did that $2 go? Like,
word.
it's a transactional fee.
Yeah, it just instantly into their bank account.
PlayStation, like, I guess what would the next level of platformer at that point when PlayStation came out was Tomb Raider. You know,
Yeah,
you're
it's. I mean, at some point, like your platformers just turn into like action adventure.
yeah.
It's just an action adventure game. I mean,
It's a platform action
It
adventure.
is. It is for sure. But yeah, there is a. I mean, every game almost has a platformer vibe to it. Like even like your Call of Duties and shit, they have to set up the map in a way to where it's like, oh, they can jump on this and hop over. You know, it's like a perfect height to like crouch behind and then pop up.
Yeah. I
Like
think
there's a lot of thought that goes into design levels that I don't think people realize.
yeah, and how every level is going to interact. Like, because there are certainly, especially since we're talking about Call of Duty, there's bad multiplayer levels where you like. They certainly put less thought into it. You're like, oh, there's so many. You can just sit here and wait for people. And
I hated. Have you on Modern Warfare Countdown?
which one is Countdown?
It's like the nuclear missile
Oh,
silo
and there's
one. Smoke, and then like all those metal fucking things. I'm like, fuck this map,
Yeah,
dude.
I don't
People
like
go
it either.
in and between those things, and it's just so fucking
Yeah,
annoying.
and then
dude.
people started going prone on the missile silo concrete lid things, and they would snipe from up there.
so annoying.
Yeah, that was a terrible level. But yeah, and that's less thought. More thought would have been better because that is one of the few, I would say, single level levels for, you know, do you know what I'm saying? Like there was just ground level on that map.
Right.
And you could climb on things, but it was like 6 things. So
Yeah.
there weren't any platforms. I agree because Assassin's Creed, I would say, is a very modern platform game. You're climbing, you're grapple hooking, you're
Parkour.
ninjaing. Yeah. Parkour was
Yeah.
stuff. So Mirror's Edge, is that a first-person platformer?
Yeah, but again, it's just like an action adventure, really. But yeah, I mean, like it's just like platformer just kind of bled into everything. That's
That's true.
the basis of most gaming. Period.
Yeah. That makes sense. Everything's got a wireframe and a work.
I mean, everything's gonna take place on
A level.
some kind of floor.
Except Flappy Bird.
Yeah, except Flappy. But yeah, that's a good point. And anything in space, you know. Star Fox.
Star Fox was dope.
Yeah, not a
Star
platformer,
Star
but
Fox
it was
was
cool.
fun. Castlevania was really good.
Never really played it.
It's so hard. It's so hard.
Side
It's-
scrolling.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Capcom though. Of
course it is.
Yeah. So there was a PlayStation version of Castlevania that like you had combos that like you had to do like a Hadouken move to throw your vampire sling out, and it was a complicated game.
I bet.
It was hard though.
Are the new ones they come out with still the same?
I have no idea. I haven't played it.
I kind of
dude,
imagine they were just like first-person shooters.
Super Metroid was probably one of my favorite platform games of all time. I think I told you before. There's one Super Metroid on the Super NES. The first one, I'm sure there were sequels. That's why. I just never beat. I would put in like I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna beat this game today because I got so close to beating it, but I was just missing something. I wanted to call that fucking stuck on the game. Yeah, can you tell me where? Like I don't.
Dude, imagine being one of those people that works that. Like, how much of a nerd are you to where you have that job? Where like
It's your home phone number.
it's like, and it'd be so funny if like you called and like they were just like, yeah, what game? And you're like, this one. And you're like, oh yeah, okay. So here's what you want to do. All right, and it's just like, have you ever seen that Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
You know the scene when he's at the wedding and he's just sitting at the table with all the kids and he's explaining how to beat the one level in the game.
Oh yeah.
That's what it would feel like to me.
I want to be that cool. I want to be good at all the games.
I wonder if they are good at all the games or if they're just really good at that one game. What if you called it nowadays? Bro, can we dig up? Or just some guy, hello? Like, hey man,
Yeah.
I need help beating Aladdin.
He's about to die, but then you revive him. He's like, "What? Someone's still playing Aladdin?"
No, somebody else was like, "Yeah, he's been in a coma for 30 years. Well, let me ask him a question." Okay, and then they put, "Okay, well, you're on. Hey, man, how do you beat this last level in Aladdin?" And he's just like, "That's what it That's what it took. We just wrote a movie.
That person's gonna be Aaron Chase because he fucking loves Aladdin.
Yeah,
He'll explain it. He should do a speed run. I bet he could.
I bet he can.
You don't think so?
No, I watched him play it before.
Oh, he
He
just
can't
knows
beat,
how
he
to
can't
beat it.
He can beat like 4 levels.
Speed run the first 2, then
Yeah,
nothing wrong. When it goes dun.
dude, those games, like those old games, like those single player games, are not as fun to play like together as you think that. They're not fun to play anymore.
Yeah.
Like knowing what's available now, you're like, why would I do that? It's infuriating.
Infuriating's a strong word.
It is like playing those games because like I said, they're like unintentionally hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
I mean,
limited
they're
by the technology.
Not
Like,
unintentionally, it's intentional. But like they make them super difficult, and it's just like, why am I trying to do this? Like,
yeah, and it's just for replayability, so you keep doing it, keep
Right,
doing it, keep
right.
doing it.
yeah, so you feel like, oh yeah, I got plenty of playtime out of that $30 that I spent or whatever a Sega
No,
cartridge.
I feel like
cost
games
anymore.
were always like $40-$50.
You think?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember.
I don't remember games ever being like $20 unless they suck. That's how you know your game sucks, if it's $20.
Yeah, or it's just old. Those are the games I look for when I go into Walmart. I'm like, okay, what do they got for $20 for PS4? But I
Maybe-
never buy them. You know?
I was gonna say, have you actually bought or found any gems?
I mean, they have good games, but they're just
But they're
older.
older.
Yeah.
They're what were we calling them? Greatest hits.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Ace
Well, you get
Combat.
like Diablo, like the full Diablo 3, like all the not DLCs, expansions for like $30.
I mean, expansion was DLC, was it not? Like we were just rebranding.
Well, no,
things.
because they stole more. Because they came out, it was like Diablo 3, and then it was Diablo 3, like Reaper of Souls,
Oh, right. Yeah.
and they sold that separately. So I'd call that an expansion.
But I mean, DLC, you still gotta buy sometimes.
I mean, you still got to download it. So-
Bit rates go over the internet at some point.
So I mean, I guess. Dude, have you played Super Mario Run?
No.
From the mobile.
No,
It's cool.
no,
It's fun. I
what
think you
is
have to buy it.
Hmm.
I got it when it first came out. Somebody got me like an iTunes gift card, so I bought it. I think it was like $10 maybe.
Who buys iTunes gift cards? Is that a thing? Do people give
Yeah.
like no? Really?
I mean, white people do.
No.
I don't know.
I don't have any.
I always enjoyed it because I would get like a book for my iPad
Mm,
or I don't know.
I guess so. My books go to my Kindle though, so I just get it on Amazon.
Usually a book or a game would be my thing.
So Mario Run.
So I got Super Mario Run. It's like it's side scrolling. Like he runs automatically, and you just tap to jump, and then you can like wall jump and go up, and like you collect coins like normal and stuff, and then they have different colored coins that there's like 5 in like special places throughout the level, and there's pink ones, purple ones, and black ones, and you choose which one you want to try to get before you start the level, and like they're all like they're harder. Like pink is the easiest, purple, and then black is the hardest ones to get.
Right.
And then collecting coins like unlocks shit, and like you build this you build a kingdom essentially, like, and you like spend your coins.
You're always building shit in these games now.
Yeah,
huh?
I know. It's so they can sell shit.
Yeah.
You know, so
Wouldn't you want to build a city?
Yeah.
Not really. Like Rome
Yeah, I
wasn't
don't
built
know.
in a day. I
Yeah.
know. That's why I don't want to do it.
Yeah, the new Elder Scrolls game is like that.
I want to check that out. You sold me
Sounds-
that. You sold me on that early. It sounds
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah, it's cool. The graphic, it looks like a poor version of Skyrim, to be honest with
I'm
you.
okay with that.
The graphics aren't that good.
PlayStation 2 Skyrim.
But yeah.
PlayStation 2 was still good. I had a great time with the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. I mean, you could still have fun with games despite the graphics, but it's
Yeah.
just more impressive when the graphics are.
You know, it's a platformer that I'll finish at some point that we'll talk about is Kingdom Hearts is probably the biggest platformer right now.
Yeah.
Because it takes like basically if they tried it in some platformer game during some point in time, they put it in Kingdom Hearts. There's magic, there's platforms, there's levels, there's jumping, there's flying, there's double jumping, there's grappling,
all kinds of shit.
Disney, Square. Yeah. There is multiple kitchen sinks in this game. Like everything is in it. It's ridiculous.
Multiple kitchen sinks.
Yeah. So many things to happen. But I don't know why it took off how it did. It just, when you think about that game on paper, Kingdom Hearts, Disney, Final Fantasy characters, it doesn't seem like it should go together. It doesn't seem like it should work. But like
right.
Kingdom Hearts 2 for me worked very well. It was very like, oh, I get it. And the first one, it was good, but
yeah,
it was really for the spectacle of like, oh, you get to see these characters again, and that's why it was cool.
Right.
And then 3 was like, all right, let's take everything and do it. They have there's a.
Hopefully this is gonna be the last one, right?
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure the story's done. Well, it not only is there's like 9 games. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
like
because
Chain of Memories
right.
and all the other things.
2.5
Birth by Sleep. Yeah. So I was gonna say there's like a 2.5 dimensional Space Invaders game in Kingdom Hearts, basically, and it's like, dude, just play one game. Fuck.
Yeah, I was watching you play it one day, and I was like, I don't understand what is happening right now.
Me either. It just says press triangle, and I'm like, okay, you're playing the game for me at this point.
Did you ever play Donkey Kong Country?
Yes. That was on the
SNES,
Super Nintendo. Yeah. I played a lot of SNES games.
SNES.
Yeah.
That game was cool, dude. Throwing the barrels around and shit.
Yeah.
The
Do you know that's where
elephants.
Ness got his name? Ness from Super Smash Brothers. He's an NES character, and it's Ness.
Who
Did
is
you know?
Ness?
He did the PK Fire on Super Smash Brothers. PK Fire, and he had a home run bat, and then he had the thunder thing that you could control.
Word?
Did you not play Super Smash Brothers
Not like
on
that.
64?
Not really.
He was the last secret character you unlocked, and he was the shit. In the first one, he was way OP. Like, if you could play Ness, you were going to wreck shop with everyone. So, well, unless someone could play Fox very well, then.
Wow, dude. Good to know the strategy.
It's like rock, paper, scissors. What was I getting at?
I don't know.
Oh, Donkey Kong Country. That's what you're talking
right.
about.
Yeah. Yeah, it had some different elements in it.
The barrels that would shoot. That was cool.
Fucking like you getting like mine carts, like ride through the shit.
Yeah,
like,
I cannot see a minecart scene in a movie and not think about Donkey Kong now. Like there's one I think in Harry Potter, maybe the Prisoner of Azkaban, where they have to go through the minecart. Even when they go to Gringotts. Like
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I did this in Donkey Kong.
How is there not a Gringotts ride at fucking Universal Studios?
I think there's it might just be a Gringotts attraction at the one in Florida. Yeah.
It needs to be a ride. You know what I mean? Like, why would you not?
Yeah, even if it's just a simulated motion ride.
Fuck that. You got to do a roller coaster in the style that those fucking carts do in the movies. You know what I mean?
Oh, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Ooh. They should just rip apart that Flight of a Hippogriff thing.
I agree. That was trash.
That little...
Well, it's good for kids.
I haven't gone on it. I don't like roller coasters.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
What about like the fake rides?
The fake... Oh, I'm fine with those.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you afraid of heights?
Yes.
You afraid of shit breaking?
Sometimes.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You don't seem like the kind of guy that would be afraid of that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's like I can't control what is the safety specs of this
I'll take my chances,
establishment.
dude. Yo, dude, if anything happens, you get a huge settlement if you survive. And if you don't, like, whatever, you're gonna die anyway. At least you died in a different way than everybody else.
No, like that fucking Ferris wheel, Mickey's Ferris wheel in Disneyland, where
I don't fuck with Ferris wheels, really.
that thing. Yeah,
I'll do it, but like, I'm not gonna choose.
dude.
to
The
do
thing
it.
moves like the.
So, like, dude, you go to Santa Monica, you're not gonna go on the roller coaster?
No,
See, that's
I'm going
fucked
to the pier.
up to me.
I'm going to the beach.
I went to Santa Monica with 3 of my friends. None of them went on the roller coaster with me. I'm like, you're all assholes.
Yeah,
You're all fucking pieces
That's
of
fine.
shit.
I'm not down for that shit.
You're all worthless. Why would I take? Oh, dude, and it was like my first time there. It's like you can't like fucking.
Yeah, I've been on roller coasters. I just
like
don't enjoy
it's
them.
$8. I'm like, I guess our friendship isn't worth $8.
It is $8. It's expensive, man.
Oh, I've done it before. It's like, but I haven't. It's like fucking.
I have. Okay, I don't
Be a
like
host.
I don't like roller coasters, but I have been disappointed by a roller coaster as well. The Mummy ride at Universal Studios.
You were
I
disappointed
was
by that?
severely
Are you
disappointed.
serious?
Because I was, I don't know, maybe I was too stoned or something, whatever. Maybe I was drunk, but I felt the track and I knew we just went up and back and that was it. And
Well,
I was,
yeah, but
I was very unhappy about that.
Dude, oh my god. My dad and I went on that and we had the most fun.
No, I didn't have it. I was just like, oh, that was it.
But like
that was a 45-minute.
That initial like didn't like fucking whoa, dude.
No,
Oh man,
No, it didn't do it
you
for me.
have no heart.
I don't. I've been told
What
that.
is wrong with you, dude? Dude, that fucking. I thought my dad was gonna have a heart attack. I was worried. I was like concerned.
I didn't know that was going to happen, so it wasn't anticipation for me. Like I didn't even know we were going on a roller coaster. It really.
Yeah, like that's the thing is like most of that shit in there is like a screen, so you don't really know what to expect. You get in that, it's pitch black.
Yeah.
And then it's just like bam, you're off.
Yeah. So I didn't know what was happening really.
was
So,
cool.
but then when it was over, I was like, that was it.
I think you're. I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you, dude. Maybe I don't know. Maybe because we did have the fast pass, so we didn't wait for shit.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, again, yeah, that was the. I just walked for like 45 minutes. And
That's why. Yeah, that's why I don't want to go back without a fast pass.
I'm
Like
gonna,
it just
no, I'm gonna go back during the week.
just ruined it for me.
Go on a fucking
Just
Wednesday.
go get a butterbeer, dude.
that was, dude, butterbeer with fire
Worth
whiskey.
it on itself.
I recommend it.
We should go there during the day sometime and then do a mic at night out there.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. The haha's right there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and
Except-
and then Flappers is there as well, so you can go down, hit that late spot.
Word.
Our girlfriends aren't gonna want to go.
That's fine. We can go. That would be cool.
I'm down. I'm in.
Aaron's not invited. What do you think? I'm looking at a game right now, and I think this is. I didn't realize this would be considered a platformer game, but it definitely would be. But Portal, I feel like that's probably like the most innovative platformer game.
Yeah, that
since
was,
like probably Mario. I mean,
yeah, like it's so cool.
yeah,
How do you even code something like that,
dude.
Like,
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
And then like some of the puzzles, you have to time your portals. You know, like you drop, boom, boom,
Right.
drop, hit. Like,
Dude, I'm such a bad aim. I would definitely I would figure it out, and then it would take me multiple tries to like time it, like and aim it right.
mm-hmm.
That sounds so infuriating, dude.
I download it. I have it. I played maybe 10 levels. Like I get it, but it just gets overly complicated at a
Yeah.
certain point. And
Would it be more fun with like double? Like, were you playing alone, single player?
yeah, yeah.
What do you think
The
would be better
two-player would
co-op?
probably be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 minds are better than 1 usually.
Well, with me, it's like you're like
Two
one
and
and a
a-
half.
one and a half, yeah.
It's a stretch. You're playing with someone who doesn't understand. Like it's.
Right.
I'm colorblind. Basically, I don't know what color those portals are.
Are you actually playing one?
No.
Oh,
Wouldn't that be crazy?
yeah, it would be.
If that, like, I just pulled that out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm colorblind and I have 2 children.
Yeah. Do you think Roblox is a platformer, right?
Roblox is weird as fuck. Like,
We gotta do
Roblox
this.
about to give me a panic attack or something just because I'm like, I don't, what?
I don't. Yeah, it's like I don't understand.
Am I having a stroke right now? What is, it's so weird.
Yeah, dude. It's like, it's just like somebody just like threw together a game.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. Do you want smooth textures? Not really, no.
No, I mean, if you want,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean-
do you want sound effects? Sometimes.
just let people put their own music in, dude. That game is.
Yeah. If you guys want to play Roblox, you can be a baby, and then you have a job, and depending on your job and how you're dressed, maybe someone adopts you. You know, like
Dude, it's so weird.
I don't know. It hurts my soul to play.
doesn't
I'm
make
down.
any
I think I have to
sense.
play with you. That's the problem.
There's one level or one world, whatever you want to call them, where you just have cars, and then you just have different ways to destroy them, and then you get money for destroying cars, and it's like, this is not a good lesson. to learn.
This is how you make a bomb.
Yeah. And then they have like scary ones where it's like, here's like there's these characters going around. And you have to like sneak away from them, and they like catch you and like they have these scary. Dude, it's disturbing. Well, like it's not like wrong. It's just disturbing.
It's so like the word I describe when I play it. It's like it's jittery. Like everything's so like 0, 100, 0, 100, 0, 100.
Yeah, it's very much for dude. Like every kid likes Roblox. Every kid from like age 3 to however old I am. Like there are some games that like when I play with like the kiddos I work with, and I'll be like, oh, like this one's kind of cool. Like this is kind of fun. Like I could do this, but then they ruin it somehow because they're not fun. But then there's other games where it's like this is clearly not complete. Like somebody had an idea and then just abandoned it, and somehow this kid found it, and he's the only one on this server playing this game. It's like, why is this even here? Like delete those. I don't know, dude. It's so strange, and like you never know what you're gonna stumble upon. Do you remember Stumble Upon?
No.
You don't know what Stumble Upon is?
No. What is that? It's my bomb.
There's a website you could go to where you just hit like a button, like Stumble Upon button, and it would just send you to a random website.
That's weird.
Yeah. But like you would select.
Didn't Google have that for a second? Like some kind of like Google lottery, like you put in a word and you click it, and it's like some random, somehow related
cool.
to this word.
I mean,
feel like
you
that was a thing.
You can already do that with Google.
I guess.
But it was like you could select like your interests, and so it would give you like websites based upon your interests. Like, yeah, it was kind of like there'd be cool shit.
Nobody uses that anymore, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's a thing
It's
anymore.
like Bing.
I'll have to find out, but I don't think it's a thing.
I always thought it was interesting that platformers kind of always went the Mario route in terms of like their characters and stuff, because Mario did like Mario 64, and then you got Mario Kart, you know? And so kind of Crash Bandicoot did the same thing, where you had Crash Bandicoot and then you had Crash Team Racing.
Even Sonic had a race game.
Yeah, which is stupid.
So dumb.
Unless all the cars are like Flintstone powered, that's dumb.
Yeah. But also, why do you need cars in Sonic Racing? Just race.
Yeah, just
Spinning.
do what we did.
Yeah.
Wake up early in the morning and go run 5 miles or 5K.
Yeah. No, we're not. I'm not encouraging that.
Did you play any of the race games though? Were you a Mario Kart?
Mario
fan,
Kart,
or?
yeah.
I
Definitely.
didn't play a whole lot of Mario Kart. I was on the PlayStation by then, so it's like I played a lot of Crash Team Racing.
Word.
So that was dope.
Interesting.
But I mean, it's basically
The same.
Yeah, it's Mario Kart. But there was could you jump in your cart on Mario Kart? Like could you hit a bumper?
The
and
right
then it would
bumper.
jump.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't like jump. You would like hop, and you could like skid. That was kind of mostly the idea behind it, I think.
Yeah, I think
you might be able to jump over bananas, maybe.
The only thing that Crash did that I think they didn't do in Mario Kart was like you had to jump a lot sometimes to disengage one of the power ups. Like if
interesting.
Yeah, like if a TNT box landed on you, you had to jump, and then it would eventually fly off.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
an interesting mechanic.
But it was a very like Crash Bandicoot, like
Yeah.
kind of like it was such a weird but fit in the world.
Yeah.
And then their star was the mask. So if you picked up the mask, you became invincible. Yeah, and in Crash Team Racing, it was bongo drums, and the mask went booga booga. It was weird.
Sounds fun.
It was fun. It was hard though. At the end, I beat it. That was probably the first game I actually beat. Now that I think about it.
Racing game?
Yeah.
See, Mario Kart, it was like you would do like the different like maps, like there'd be like 4 races in this cup, whatever, and you complete them all, and you're like, did I beat it?
No, you got to do the 150 now.
Okay, but I did that. And what do I gotta do?
You
All
do it
of them
faster now.
And now what? It's just like I don't understand.
Did
My sister and I used to do the battles.
could you unlock the characters?
not
in
that I know
Mario
of.
Kart? Okay. Because in Crash Team Racing, you could you had to beat them to get them.
As far as I know, it was just like just play like the original at least. I don't know about the new ones.
I'm sure there's
there-
unlocks
I'm
now.
sure there is.
DLC.
But the original one, it was just like, here's all the characters, have fun.
That's the way. That's what Overwatch ended up doing too.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it was more of a like they intended it to be more of a multiplayer game because I mean the 64 you could have 4 controllers plugged in.
that was
So, I
game
mean,
changing too.
yeah,
64 was dope.
Yeah, 64 was a great
A
system.
4-player fighting game was amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people still consider that the best console
Do they?
ever. Yeah,
I could see that. Not the best controller, but
yeah.
it worked for what it was.
I mean, you'll never forget it.
No.
So it literally like put like all like it's like we're gonna have a joystick and a trigger and the fucking D-pad and the other buttons.
It was the Kingdom Hearts of controllers.
Yeah.
What did you guys try? We're gonna do it all.
We have the PlayStation. This like it literally was like a PlayStation, Xbox. Like not that they did that, but because they were before them. But it's just like all of them put together. Joystick.
Their R&D team came up with 6 controllers, and they're like, "All right, all of it."
Yeah,
Not a
we want
single
all
thing.
that
Yeah.
in one.
Yeah. And then their intern was like, "Well, what if we had a spot in the back where you could like make a shake?" Let's do it. We'll call them Rumble Packs.
Rumble.
Stupid. And now all my controllers have to rumble. Well, I turn it off when I play shooting games.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like it for like Red Dead.
Yeah, for more interactive games like
Yeah.
that. It's hard. It would be damn near impossible to find that treasure if it didn't vibrate. Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they're hard to find. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You end up walking through that space slow. Like, do I feel it going?
Yeah, the one at level 25 was cool. The treasure.
Oh, in the swamp?
No, the next one.
Oh, I don't know if I got it.
You haven't got 25 yet, bro.
Maybe. I'll do it today.
Good for you. I need to start playing that more. I haven't been playing that at all.
I clock in for the dailies sometimes. And
Good for you.
I'll do the ones that are quick, you know.
Yeah.
Kill 2 players with shotgun. Got it. I'll be back.
Enter Gun Rush.
Yeah. Not even. No, there was one that said join. So I joined and then I left. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that you can get those before you have to play the game. I usually just play the game, though. I'm already there.
You're already there. Why not? Get some, refill your ammo.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That is a good way to just quickly buy ammo and shit.
I have all of my ammo mailed to me. Like, I bought 999 pieces of it.
I need to start picking up my shit from camp because you get an award from collecting deliveries at your lockbox, which is annoying as shit.
Yeah, it's still a dumb feature.
It is so dumb. Let me fast travel.
It's beta, bro. It's never going to leave beta.
It's never going to leave beta. Anyway.
Platformers have basically, I guess we can say in closing, created the video game market.
I mean, it's like the
essentially.
original video game,
Yeah.
realistically. I mean, I know like Pong was really
The game.
the original game, but when it comes to like consumer, like you're saying, everybody can play.
Yeah.
Platformers. Man.
The first 3-dimensional actually platformer came out in 1990 called Alpha Wave. So again, just like Space Panic from 1980, what some would call the first platformer, nobody fucking knows about it.
They probably just like they were trying something. They were a little too ahead of their time, and they probably didn't do it well. So it was like the idea was there, they just didn't execute.
Probably.
And that's where like Mario stepped in and was like, "We see what you're doing." They probably it's probably one of those like Windows things where it's like Windows just like not that they did this allegedly like stole idea. Like everybody steals ideas. So, like when it comes to, like pioneering stages of like technology and like new shit, it's like everybody's taking ideas from everybody. So it's like you never really know. Like
It's like corporate espionage.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, who is the first platformer versus who like Mario
did it
just
right.
like took their idea and was like, we're gonna do it better. So
And they
for them
did. They
for
knocked it
trying.
out of the fucking park. Like,
Yeah.
seriously. Is there a more recognizable video game character than Mario?
Not likely.
Right? Like, you're not going to reach that level because he's still on a run. Like,
Even kids nowadays that like don't play Mario wouldn't know who Mario is.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. Crazy
Yeah.
that we could do it that way. And Mario, you've inspired a generation of white people to fix pipes and rescue princesses for some reason who is because a monkey wanted to throw a barrel at you in 1981.
Yep.
It's crazy that Mario came off of that.
It is.
A racist allegory of a game.
Do you think that they did that on purpose, or do you think it was like, well, we already have that character model?
Oh, definitely that.
It's like we don't have to spend time on developing a new character.
I mean, that's why they make sequels especially of like CG movies. You know, like that's why you're gonna get a Cars 2. No matter what the movie is, you're gonna get a part 2 because they already have the character models. They're already skinned. They just have to make it look a little bit nicer and have a story behind it. It's way cheaper to do a number 2. That's why number 2 almost always is let down because less people worked on it.
Interesting.
The second Did You Know of this podcast.
Oh boy,
I go to Universal Studios a lot. It's fun little tidbits that those team members tell you. You're like, oh, wow, cool. Oh, best job in the park, by the way. You know when you walk into Universal and those people are yelling at you from the window?
yeah,
That's what I want to do.
yeah,
That looks like fun.
yeah. That does look like fun.
Let me be there from 7 to 9 where it's 18 and over only, and let me roast the fuck out of everyone.
That would be fun.
That'd be fun. All right, guys.
What was the Did You Know?
That was the end of the Did You Know. That's why sequels are... God damn it, you don't listen to me.
I thought you had one coming up. My bad.
No. I keep trying to look for them now, though. We should do more of those.
Anyway.
All right, guys, check us out on everywhere that you got podcasts. Look for Mr. William Henderson at Slim Henderson. He's running his thing. It's going to be a contest thing, guys. You should check that shit out.
Last Tuesday of the month at the Ontario Improv, bring hot three minutes for a chance to be chosen as a finalist to perform in June, to try to be the winner, to get a spot on a show in July that is run by Rivas Dunlap. So definitely come out to that. It's going to be at 6 p.m.
Just come out to the show. Last week was fucking dope.
Dude, it was insane. It's just, I don't even know. Like there, like those months when like a lot of people come, where I was just like, I don't even know
what happened.
But it's cool. I'm happy.
Yeah, so just come to the show, guys. It's a good show.
Yeah, it's always a good crowd.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. If you have a good joke, people are gonna laugh, and even if it's not that good, they'll probably still laugh because they don't know what they're talking about.
So check them out. More information at Slim Henderson. I am at the George F. We are Gameboiz Pod on Twitter. If you guys want to throw us some tweets, we have Twitch and YouTube and all the other jazz. So we will see you guys next time on another episode of the fabulous and lovely Gameboiz. Bye.
Hadouken! He's on fire! Come here!
It's me! Listen!